The greatest shooter God has ever seen.
Boy, we know it's
He just ain't number one. Just number one. When you're talking about point guards, you're talking.
Magic Johnson versus Steph Curry. Who is the greatest point guard? Let's talk about it. Magic being a 5-time champion, 3-time finals MVP, only player to be a rookie, and the youngest player to ever win a finals MVP. Steph Curry, a 4-time champion, a 1-time finals MVP. I actually think Magic could have went down as the greatest of all time if he didn't have to retire at age 32. Everything he accomplished was at age 32. He made the finals a year before he had to retire. But let's talk about finals MVPs first. The biggest criticism of Steph is that he only has one finals MVP. And the reason why I say that's not a criticism is because he should have clearly won in 2015. If you look at 2015, he averaged 10 more points per game than Andre Iguodala. So I don't understand how they said his defense was impeccable. LeBron averaged 33 points per game. But anyways, and then you look at 2018, KD won because of Game 3. The numbers were a lot closer than people realize. And if you look at 2018, KD was only doubled 2 times. That's right, 2 times Kevin Durant was doubled. Do you know how many times Steph Curry was doubled? Steph Curry was doubled over 40 times in that finals, and he only lost because of one game, which was Game 3, where he had 11 and KD had 40 plus. You look at teammates. Curry has only played with one top 75 player, and when they played together, they were unbeatable. I'm talking about Kevin Durant. In the 3 years they played together, they won 2 out of 3. Definitely go 3 for 3 if KD doesn't go injured. You'll look at Magic Johnson. From the jump, he had the greatest scorer in NBA history on his team in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who had already won a championship without him. I would say Kareem overall has a chance to be in the GOAT debate, but that's not for here. So he had Kareem his whole career. And then when they lose to the Celtics, you know what they end up getting? The first pick in the draft. They get big time. They called him Big Game James Worthy, and he showed up in the big games when it mattered most. So you give Steph Curry Kareem, I'd guarantee you he's winning more than those 5 championships they won. They won at least a minimum of 6. Klay and Draymond, Hall of Famers, but were they voted top 75 of all time? No, they were not. And people are like, well, Steph wouldn't be able to play in that physical area. We saw how the Rockets were pushing him in midair. They were playing that 80s style defense. And what did he do? He absolutely torched the Houston Rockets. So Steph Curry can play in any era. Magic, I think he could play in any era too, but he needs teammates he can facilitate too. I know the old heads are like, well, Steph is not a true point guard. That's not the point I'm trying to make, because in order for Magic to be successful, other than his performance where he had 42 points per game in the NBA Finals, I forgot to mention that, as a rookie, which is crazy, 42 points. I think he had 15 rebounds, 12 assists. But he needs another player to be successful, another great scorer. Steph Curry, doesn't matter who you put around him, he's going to make better. Overall, I'm taking Steph Curry. It's close, but I'm taking Steph Curry over Magic all time, and it's not a conversation.